Holy McMahon, you guys. Tonight we're going to get to see Adam Cole, EC3, Ricochet in the same ring in a ladder match and crown the first ever NXT North American champion. I cannot be more excited. We're going to predict the whole thing. This is Calling Spots with Bryan Kelly. Hello, all you wrestling fans. How are you guys doing? Hasn't it been an amazing week so far of wrestling? Well, it's just getting started. Tonight we have the Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor pay-per-view. I have a predictions video of that that's up somewhere. Just look around for it or click on the thing and it'll be there. And right now we're going to talk about NXT Takeover New Orleans. This is going to be an amazing event. Really looking forward to all of these matches. We're going to see some historic stuff, some debuts that we've been hearing about and waiting for such a long time. This is going to be great. Let's dive right into it. So first off, there's only 5 matches scheduled on the card so far. So it looks like they're going to start out with, I would say, the tag team match or Johnny and Tommaso. So let's just jump right into Johnny and Tommaso. Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. This is an unsanctioned match. If Gargano wins, he's reinstated. If he loses, he's out of NXT forever. So the consensus among the internet and the YouTube wrestling community is that Tommaso is going to go over, freeing up Johnny to go to SmackDown or to Raw. So he doesn't have to be in NXT anymore, and that's the way they get him out of NXT. That could absolutely work and could be true, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I think you have to have him kind of have a redemption story here and beat his former best friend who turned his back on him and who's been attacking him. If Tommaso wins this match after already beating Johnny down several times and costing him world titles when, he fought CN and all of that, as far as Selena throwing the shirt at him and all that kind of stuff, then where's the payoff in this? Is Johnny just can't get over Tommaso? I don't see that happening. I think Johnny's going to go over and they're going to feud with this into Brooklyn. And then at Brooklyn is really going to be the payoff. SummerSlam is really going to be the payoff match for these two guys. And after that is where you're going to see Johnny or Tommaso or both be brought up to the main roster. So I think Johnny Gargano is going to go over. The internet and everybody else thinks Tommaso's going over. We'll see, man. It's going to be a great match either way. After that, it looks like we're going to have the ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. Did you guys see that fucking belt? Wow, dude, that is an amazing looking belt. It might be the United Kingdom Championship is my favorite WWE belt, maybe of all time. I love that belt so much. And right below that now is the North American Championship. That belt is that belt looks like that belt makes the other NXT Championship belts look like toys. Makes it look like you bought them at Walmart, which, I mean, you can, but you know what I mean? That North American Championship is gorgeous. And we're going to have Adam Cole, baby, EC3 in his first match, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, and the Velveteen Dream in a 6-man ladder match. Look, this is the hardest match on this entire card to kind of predict because every single one of these guys, it would make sense to put that title on, except Killian. I think Killian is the only one who has a very low chance of winning this match. He's going to do some great stuff and hurt some people, but I don't think he's going to walk out. But Adam Cole, he needs to have a title. I'm pretty sure, I guess I should have talked about the tag team match because there's a tag team match between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, who are the champions, against the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne in a triple threat match. The only reason that Adam Cole is in that match is because Bobby Fish, who is Kyle O'Reilly's partner, is hurt. He's going to be out for a few months. So they were the tag champions. What do? You have a third member of your faction. You just put the title on him. So I'm almost 90% sure they're going to drop those titles. I'll talk about that in a minute. So that frees up Adam Cole, so he could absolutely walk out with the North American Championship. He's one of the most over guys in NXT ever. They love him in that company. They love him in the audience. He's so charismatic and magnetic. He could totally walk out with that title and people would be happy. Same thing for EC3. People have been waiting for EC3 to come back to the WWE for a while. Now he's back in NXT. This title, as he said last week, almost seems like it was created for him. I don't believe it was, but he could walk out. He's charismatic. His promo last a couple of weeks ago with GM William Regal, Jesus, was amazing. He was funny. He was poignant. He made some really good points. So he could walk out. He's a great looking dude. He's got some really great in-ring skill. He could walk out the North American champion and it would totally make sense. Killian Dane, as I said, he's the only one. Doesn't really make sense for him. He needs to just go up with Sanity as an entire faction. Sanity needs to all come up and all be on Raw or all be on SmackDown at the same time. Just the way they're doing in NXT, do that exact same fucking thing on those shows. Have Nikki come out and fucking jump on people's backs and do that whole shit. And it'll work perfectly. People will love it. So I don't see that. Lars Sullivan, they've been pushing the shit out of Lars Sullivan the last few weeks. That fucking silhouette thing that they do, very original, very cool. His music's amazing. And he's a big, monstrous dude. I don't think they're going to give him the North American Championship tonight, but it wouldn't surprise me a bit. I would not look at that and go, I didn't see that coming, because they've been pushing the shit out of him. So it totally makes sense that they could do that. Ricochet, are you fucking kidding me? People have been waiting for Ricochet to be in the WWE since they first saw him wrestle, no matter who the fuck you are. Now he's finally here. And his first televised match, I didn't watch last week. I did watch last week's NXT, and he didn't really wrestle. Or maybe he did. I don't remember. It's a blur, man. It's been a long week of wrestling. Is going to be for a championship. And, dude, it would make perfect sense for Ricochet to walk out the North American champion. And they can do like an Asuka-type run with Ricochet where he goes undefeated for a really long time and stays the champion for a really long time. That would make NXT must-watch television for so many people because Ricochet's on it. So that would totally work. And lastly, the Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream's been over for a while. He's been putting on fantastic matches at every takeover and on the television show too, but at the takeovers, he's been amazing no matter who he's in the ring with. He's due a title. He needs a title. It's a great mid-card title. Putting it on him would absolutely make sense too. It would give him a higher profile. He could feud with several different people. I don't know, man. It's a hard one to call. I'm personally going to say I would like to see, personally, Ricochet or Adam Cole, but I'm going to have to go with Adam Cole. I would love to see Adam Cole sit at the top of that ladder that's how I think about it. Who do I want to see sit at the top of that ladder and hold that awesome title above their head? And it comes down to Ricochet or Adam Cole. And probably Adam Cole edges out Ricochet a little bit because I just like Adam Cole's in-ring and his entertainment value more than Ricochet. I love Ricochet. Don't get me wrong. The guy is one of the top 10 wrestlers in the entire fucking world. But for me personally, wrestling is subjective. I like Adam's Cole kind of snotty guy thing and his moves. Dude, that running knee, that shining wizard is one of the most devastating things I've ever seen anyone do in a wrestling ring. It's amazing. So I hope Adam goes over. That's a prediction, I guess you could call it, because I really have no idea. I'm going to be happy either way, and I'm going to mark out for all of these guys anyway. So, but I'm really hoping Adam Cole walks out the NXT North American champion. And I guess prior to that, if this card, the way I'm looking at it, is going to be right, the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly are going to wrestle the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. I think the Authors of Pain are going to win this because, first of all, Pete Dunne is the UK champion, so there's no point in giving him another title. Roderick Strong is not a tag team wrestler, so in NXT with his character, who he is now. So there's no point in him having tag team titles. This was supposed to be Undisputed Era's kind of run of tag team championships. And with Bobby getting hurt, they just had to give it over to Adam. And I think they're going to have to drop these titles back to Caesar and Rezar, the Authors of Pain, and keep them on NXT for a little bit longer before they move up. I think they were supposed to move up to Mania or after Mania or shortly after Mania. But because of this thing with Bobby, they might not be able to, and they're going to have to put the titles back on them, let them run the tag division for a little bit until Bobby gets back or until they figure out what else to do with it. But I do not see Undisputed Era keeping these titles in any way. And I don't see Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne walking out with them either. So I think the only logical thing is to let Authors of Pain take the damn titles back and run that division the way they have been. Keep Paul on TV, because I guess the rumor is that when they do come up to main roster, I hate that term, he's not going to come with them. He lives in Florida. He's an older guy. He wants to stay there. I understand that. He doesn't want to do all that fucking traveling. I get it. So this way, you keep Paulie on TV, keep them, you can keep training them, keep getting them on the mic, getting them more comfortable doing their own promos and stuff. But that's how I see it. I see the Authors of Pain going over and recapturing those titles, and Adam Cole winning the North American title. And then I don't know what they're going to do with Kyle. Just have him fucking fight whoever, I guess. I don't know. After that, we have a match that's, oh man, I don't know how to say this. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to it. Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. I love wrestlers. I love the way wrestlers look. I love the way wrestlers come out to music. I love the way they act in the ring. I love the way that things they say on the mic and the way they cut promos. And I just love wrestlers. And Shayna Baszler does not feel like a wrestler to me. And I know that that's part of her appeal. That's what people like about her, that she could go off at any minute and break somebody's arm or something. I love everything about Shayna Baszler, except for, and I mean this with all sincerity and without a tad of irony, I love every single thing about Shayna Baszler except for her in-ring work. Her look, her attitude, the way she acts on the mic, she's intimidating as fuck. Everything. I literally love everything about her. But when the bell sounds, her in-ring work, for me, is not entertaining. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying she sucks. I'm not saying she shouldn't have title shots and she shouldn't have a job and blah. I'm just saying, for me personally, the way that she works inside the ring, bell to bell, is not entertaining to me at all. I hope that changes. I felt a lot of the same way about Sonya Deville a year ago. And now Sonya Deville is one of my favorite females on roster, period. I mean, literally top 5. I love Sonya Deville. And a year ago, I didn't care for her very much. She, did whatever, or something opened up in my mind and I just saw her in a different way. She got better, whatever it was. So I'm not, ragging on Shayna or trying to say she should not be wrestling and all that bullshit. Just right now for me, bell to bell, she is not entertaining. Everything else she does is so intriguing and entertaining. Dude, her promos are awesome. When she walks into a room just dressed like a fucking badass, it's fucking scary, dude. She's got a persona, and it's charisma and magnetism. Really diggable. But her in-ring work, bell to bell, leaves a lot to be desired for me personally, and what I love about wrestling and about women's wrestling in particular. So Ember Moon, I love Ember Moon. I love everything. She's great. I think this is going to be a really hard-hitting match, hopefully. It's going to be a short match, though. This match won't go over 10 minutes. I guarantee that. And everybody says Shayna's going over, that this is Shayna's getting the women's title so that Kairi Sane can beat her for it at TakeOver Brooklyn, and then Shayna can move up to the main roster and be Stephanie's enforcer and stand there with Stephanie, because Stephanie's going to kind of take on a Vince McMahon heel persona on Raw, and Shayna's going to be her enforcer against Ronda Rousey after Rousey kicks her ass at Mania. I don't know. I hope Ember retains. I don't want to see Ember Moon lose her championship to Shayna Baszler, but it's not my television show, and I'm sure it's going to be a great match. And if Ember does lose, then that just means she's going up to the main roster, and she's going to be wrestling Charlotte and Asuka again, and all of these wonderful, wonderful, talented women that are on Raw and SmackDown. So if she does lose it, it's a win. If she doesn't lose it, it's a win. So I'm really looking forward to that match as well. And finally, guys, Andrade Cien Almas, my favorite wrestler in NXT, other than Adam Cole now, and maybe Ricochet, but Adam Cole and Cien definitely, is taking on Aleister Black. Aleister Black probably walking out with the NXT championship because he is a marquee champion. That dude with a belt on his shoulder and a poster is going to sell tickets. It's going to attract eyeballs. So, and not that Cien isn't. Cien, like I said, he's my favorite wrestler in NXT before Adam Cole showed up, and now him and Adam Cole are kind of neck and neck. Because, dude, that guy's in-ring work, I've been saying it for years, is second to fucking none. That match between him and Johnny Gargano was match of the year for me so far. And he does that every single time he's in the ring with anybody. He's amazing, amazing, amazing. And Zelina Vega just adds a whole nother dimension of amazing to him in so many different ways. So, but Aleister Black at the same time has this cool fucking cult guy persona that he's doing. And man, that fucking intro is so infectious and it just fires you up. I cannot wait to hear that intro on Raw. Dude, can you imagine? Aleister Black, my dream match for 2019, because I don't think it's going to happen in 2018, but I'm going to say it. My dream match, dream feud for 2019 is Aleister Black versus Roman Reigns. I want to see Aleister do all that dark shit and fuck with Roman's head. And dude, can you imagine those two guys? Oh my God, I love it. So I'm way up on Aleister Black. I think he's amazing. There's really nothing about him I don't like. And I don't like MMA type wrestlers very much. I'm not a big Brock fan. I wasn't a big Shamrock fan. I just, I like wrestlers. Like I said about the Shayna thing, I like wrestlers. So, but Jesus, man, that kickboxing shit he does is so, it made me want to take kickboxing. I haven't, but I was like, if that's kickboxing, those kind of moves he's doing, I want to learn to do that because that guy's fucking amazing. So way up on Aleister Black. I think he's walking out of New Orleans, the new NXT champion, and that'll free up Andrade to probably head to SmackDown. I would love to see Andrade versus Shinsuke. Oh my God. That would be so amazing. I'm sure they fought in NXT before, but it wasn't as high profile. Maybe they didn't. I'm not sure. But Andrade versus AJ, fucking Sammy, and all of these amazing wrestlers, Dolph. It would just be a really, really great fit for him on SmackDown. He'd fit on Raw, but I think he'd fit way better on SmackDown. So if he does lose, hopefully he'll go to SmackDown. If he doesn't lose, then he just stays an awesome champion, which I really, really dig too, because I think the guy has. There was one point where I thought they were going to get rid of him, or I thought he was going to leave because they weren't using him very much. But dude, I'm so glad that he's had this championship run and that he's stuck with the company. And hopefully that leads to a lot more stuff in the future. So that's it for the takeover predictions, man. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to get a hold of me on any social media, you can do so in the description. Just click away and I'll find you there. I will see you guys tomorrow for WrestleMania. I'm going to put up a predictions video a few hours before WrestleMania starts because I like to do everything at the last fucking minute. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the WrestleMania predictions. Be sure to check out the Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor predictions, which is somewhere on my page or somewhere over here. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for stopping by. Never be ashamed to be a pro wrestling mark. I'm not. I love it. I'll pop for all of it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.